Linda Sessions here, and welcome to week 4 of computer applications. Last week, you finished up in Excel with your M&M project, your nutrition worksheet, and also your budget. Looking forward to seeing how you guys did with those assignments. This week, we begin in Word. Now, Word is Microsoft Office's word processing program, and it's the one program you'll probably use more than any of the other programs. And if you're used to Google Docs, then some of the skills that you do are similar. The verbiage is the same. You're going to have fonts, paragraphs, line spacing. So it won't be completely new to you, but what might be new is using the Microsoft Office program itself. Remember, you cannot use the web version of Microsoft Office for this class. You need to download the program to your desktop, and I can't stress that enough. If you need help making sure that your computer is set up with the correct program for the class, please call our IT department at 677-9906 on Monday, and they can help you with that. Or reach out to me and make an appointment, and we can do a Zoom meeting and look and see what's going on with your computer as well. So, let's get into Blackboard and see what's happening in week 4 in computer applications. So I have my student preview on, so this is what you should be seeing when you log into Blackboard. You can see week 3, you've got your Excel assignments, and then here in week 4, we're going to be starting in Word. So let's click on week 4. Remember, right here is the YouTube playlist. It's the second one on the sheet. This takes you to my YouTube channel, which is where I post all of my videos for the class. So if you scroll over here, your listing might be at the bottom of your screen. I like mine to be on my right. So scrolling down here, here is the Avery University project, and then here is the Word Module 2 project. If you want a little more information on creating a paper in the MLA format style, I've got a video right here. And soon there will be another video here about your college or your collage poster. So these are videos to help you be successful. I cover the assignment, talk about some tips and tricks. In Excel, it's just as if you were in my face-to-face class. So utilize those. Going back to the class, you've got your reading for Word Module 1. I'm going to click to launch. And I know over the weekend, Cengage was down. It looks like it's might be back up. Yes. Cengage is usually very dependable. So if you're new to Microsoft Office Word, then you want to make sure you spend some time on the reading. Look, how do you start using words? How do you adjust the margins? How do you change the zoom? How do you insert a blank line? Lots of information here in this textbook, so please take 15 minutes, look through the textbook, see what's going on. Now at the bottom, there are some projects. However, these projects are not required for this class. If it's something that you're interested in doing, let me know and I can send you the files that go along with these. But any of these files, these projects here, are not required for the class. When you're finished looking over your e-text, you're going to come back to Blackboard, and the next one here is the due. And this is the actual project. I'm going to click to launch. This is the project for Word Chapter 1. Now, it is automatically graded, so you will get a graded report. Remember, if you don't like the grade, you can redo it. Improve the grade. Like I said, the grading here for Word is usually pretty spot on. One thing that's a little different from Excel is you have 3 files now that you need to download. So you can click here and download all of them at once, or you can do them each individually, whatever works for you. And you can see they're all coming up here into my downloads file in Chrome. Let's go ahead and look at the instructions. Get them on the right computer here. And you can see this is Associated Regional Hospital. So the Avery University video on YouTube is just a bonus video there. You don't have to do that project. So, but the Associated Regional Hospital is. Again, you have your file. You need to make sure after your name is an underscore and then a 2. If you don't have it named right, you can't submit it in Blackboard. So make sure that you have the proper name to submit it in Blackboard. You want to follow the steps. Sometimes the steps, like in step 1, what you have to actually do is clear at the end of the sentence. So there's 2 sentences here. The last one tells you what to do. So make sure you read all of the information. At the bottom, you're going to see you have your safety training workshops, and this is what your final project should look like. Every semester, I have students that they go in here and they look at this picture here. They go back into they go to their starting document. Which is what your starter document looks like for this project. And they just look at this picture and then make changes here so that it looks like the picture. It won't work. You need to make sure that you follow the steps, because there's some things you have to do in the background that make it look like this. So here's your starter document. Here's your instructions. Make sure you follow them step by step as you do your project. Once you have it finished, you're going to come over here, submit it for grading, and you can see you need to make sure you have this file name. If this file name is not correct, it will not upload. Now, there were some students that had some issues with uploading files in Excel, and so I took the extra step to upload them. For Word, I am going to work with you because I want you to do the uploading. So if you're having issues getting it uploaded, the first thing you need to do is check the file name. What I strongly recommend is opening up your original document, resaving it, making sure that you have the right name, and then save it to a different location. So like if you've been saving it in your file folder for the class that you made in week 1, which is awesome. But if you're having issues, then resave it with the correct name, but save it to your desktop. Then when you come in here to Blackboard, go to the desktop one and submit that one. Sometimes that makes a difference. Once you have it submitted, then you're going to get a box over here that says submit, and then you get your graded report. Check that graded report, because if you don't like the score, you can redo it for a higher grade. That means, though, that you don't wait until Sunday afternoon to do your assignments, because then you don't have time to make those changes. So that is end of module project 1 on the YouTube playlist. That would be this first one right here. Now, this paper looks a little different than yours, but it's the same. This is just a different version. Not a different version, it's a different, an older interface with Cengage, but what you complete in the file is the same. So I'm literally taking you through the steps on how to do the project and clear down to the end where you're submitting it for grading. Okay. So that's the first assignment in Word. Okay. The second one is Word Module 2. This is the one that covers how to create a research paper. Now breathe. You don't have to write a research paper. I'm going to give you a research paper, then you have to modify it, changing the styles, adding citations to the paper, changing the line spacing, adding a blank page, adding the bibliography, all of that stuff. And it's all right here in this textbook for Chapter 2. Make sure you look over it, read through it. Definitely a lot of information, especially if you are taking any type of a class where you're having to write a paper and adding citations or doing it in a particular format, either the APA format or the MLA format. Those are the two most popular formats and the two that you probably have the most of in your writing for your educational degree. Now here on the due for Chapter 2, you actually will be, like I said, modifying a document that has already been written for you, and you're going to take that research paper and give it the proper style. So I'm going to click on the instructions in the starter file, take a brief look at the instructions here. Again, there is a video in YouTube where I go over this particular assignments in detail. So you can see you're going to be doing a research paper using MLA format. You're going to modify a paragraph, update the normal style. You're going to add some citations. The information for your citations is listed right here. Make sure you spell it correctly. I know some students will put tech goes to Hollywood, and they'll get it wrong, and they'll send me an email and say, hey, can you check this? I know I did it right. And I go in and no, you didn't. Pay attention to the details. Another citation you're going to have to be putting in, and you'll finally end up with this figure. You've got your last name followed by a space and the page number. You've got your name of the person who wrote the paper over here, and it should be aligned with the left margin. You've got your title, which is going to be centered, and then you've got your paragraphs in your document, along with citations. See where these are at in parentheses. Those are actually citations. And finally, you're going to be adding a works cited page. Now, when you start off with this document, this is what it's going to look like. So the first thing you'll want to do is enable editing, and then you're going to save it with the correct name. Okay. Then you're going to take all of this and you're going to be making changes to it to where it looks like this. Okay. So there is a video in YouTube where I go in detail over this. So make sure you look at that. Again, I do the videos for the online classes because it's similar to what I do in my face-to-face classes. I go over the assignments. I look at the things, at the skills and the steps that students have the most issues with in the face-to-face. Might not have time to actually complete the entire assignment in class, but we do go over and we talk about the different skills. So that's why I make the YouTube videos available to all of my students. Again, you're going to upload it here in SAM. Make sure you have the right name. You're going to submit it, and then make sure you look at that graded report. And you can make changes up to 3 times, resubmit it. The highest grade is what counts. Pay attention to the details. If you miss a period, or if you misspell a word, or if you add a word, leave a word out, then you're going to get counted on for it. The next thing here is the All About Me poster. This is not automatically graded. This is one that you will have to submit, and I will grade for you. You're going to take a blank Microsoft Word document, and you're going to create the poster page. And I want you to add some text, some graphics. You can put stories if you want to. It does need to be 1 page in length. I want words and pictures, symbols. I want to know about you. Now, if you're not sure if something's appropriate or not, then just don't put it in. Make sure it's something that's appropriate. You can see that you might talk about your family, your pets. Maybe you like to read. What are your favorite books? What's your favorite football team? What is your favorite class? So you're going to start with a blank Word document. I want it to be 1 page, landscape or portrait, word art. Again, I give you a hint here. Have at least 1 text box with some text box with information. The one here is a little fancy text box that I added right here. You're going to add some shapes. I have a couple of shapes here. I have my 3 pictures. And it tells you that here's some options on formatting those pictures. I want you to use a font other than Times New Roman, Calibri, or Arial, just because I want you to play around and see what else is out there. Then 3 different font colors. As you can see here, I've got like a brown, I've got blue font, I've got black, and I actually have white font. So I've actually got 4. So here, this isn't the instructions. This is actually the rubric, what I'm going to be looking at. It's worth 21 points. So this is your other assignment for this week. Wow, can you believe that we're in week 4 of computer applications? Halfway through an 8-week class. We've been doing a lot. So don't wait to start working on your assignments. Start working early in the week so you have the weekend to relax. Also, if you have questions, you have time to reach out to me and to ask those questions. Here in the class, right up here, if you need to schedule an appointment with me, want me to call you, if you want to do a Zoom session, you can click right here on the Meet with Me the sessions, and we can create an appointment. So have a good week. Have fun working in Word and creating a collage about yourself, your interests, your families, creating that flyer in Word, and formatting the research document. Have a great week.